the date that you were terminated by Funimation?
Well, can I consult one of your exhibits?
Sure.
Whichever. Okay, so the conversation with Tammy.
January 25.
Straight grab.
So I would guess it was on or about January 27, 28, I think, roughly.
And that's when they called you and said,
Yes, sir.
okay.
Yes, sir.
You familiar with Kara Edwards?
Yes, sir.
And she's a voice actor in Dragon Ball Super.
Yes, sir.
I forget. Adam Sheehan used to work at Funimation.
Yes, sir.
And have you ever had any negative run-ins with Mr. Sheehan?
No, sir.
Would it surprise you to learn that Mr. Sheehan considered the sexual assault allegations against you to be an open secret within the voice acting industry?
Yes, it would surprise me. All of my interactions with Mr. Sheehan were always very positive and friendly. As we established early on in this deposition, I apparently am not very good at assessing friends.
Right. If you turn to Exhibit 6. I will represent to you that it's a screenshot from Rooster Teeth's Twitter account. Are you familiar? Are you familiar with this tweet?
Hold on, counsel. Exhibit 6.
Sorry.
It's this one.
All right, got it. Well, you got the color ones. I got the black ones.
I'll represent to you that this was sent out on February 5th, 19, and I think you were told you were terminated by Rooster Teeth on February 4th, 2019. That sound right?
I believe you. I didn't see this, but I was told about it.
Okay.
I was in a pretty difficult state at this point.
Anything on Exhibit 6 that you consider to be defamatory about you, obviously?
Sorry, not the super fast reader.
It's all right.
No, sir.
Would you agree with me that even if it's not defamatory, that being terminated by Rooster Teeth in a public way hurt your reputation?
Sure.
Would you associate that termination with you losing invitations to any cons?
Possibly.
Anybody ever tell you that because Rooster Teeth terminated you, we're not going to invite you to this con?
There were certainly conventions that told me that because I was terminated by Funimation and Rooster Teeth, so in the same sentence they included Rooster Teeth.
As you sit here today, do you think that Rooster Teeth has defamed you in any way?
Maybe. Say maybe. Please.
Not verbally, not publicly.
Do you think privately they've defamed you in some way that you're aware of?
Possibly. I'm not aware of anything specific. But as you asked me earlier in the day, terminating me without even so much as a conversation or any kind of an understanding of it was pretty difficult.
Okay, so again, they're working on this idea that their defendants aren't responsible for the damage. Other people are. Well, it was the articles. Well, it was Rooster Teeth. It was all this. That's what caused the damage to Vic. But I really don't think, first of all, Rooster Teeth terminated Vic on February 5th. And these people had already been speaking to publications. They had already been speaking about Vic leading up to February 5th. So it's not really so simple as to say, oh yeah, without well, it was Rooster Teeth's problem. What triggered all of this, of course, is the actions of other voice actors. Monica, Jamie, and Funimation's statement really doesn't help. Without Funimation's statement talking about an investigation, Monica, Jamie, Toye, anybody else would have had to make up the investigation story from Rooster Teeth or be leaking information that they shouldn't have. That's what would have to be going on. Without Funimation's statement that there was, this investigation occurred, which reinvigorated the Shrieking Harpy crowd. Without that, it was this confluence of events. And again, when they get to the damages phase, they'll have to try and attribute all of the damage to these people. But the main damages that matter right now are Funimation. And Funimation's not off the hook. Even if I can get Ron and Monica off the hook, Funimation will still be on it. And Funimation should definitely think about what I'm doing. Because when they realize that Monica and Ron are trying to slough their responsibility onto Funimation only, then they'll know that maybe they're not allies. All right, Carlos Portillo says, why does he sound like he's got a squid up his nose? West Nile virus murdered one of his lungs. That's the short answer. Several mosquitoes have been sent to finish the job. All agents have stopped responding.
You turn to Exhibit 7. Are you familiar with the Funimation tweet terminating you?
Yes, sir.
You've seen it before?
Yes, sir.
And is this a true and correct copy of that termination?
This is one of them.
There was more than one?
Yes, sir. Am I correct? I'm sorry. May I consult my counsel? Is that okay? I'm just...
Well, how about this? I'll represent to you. I'm not trying to trick you. I'll represent to you that I took this from Funimation's page and did a screenshot of it, and those are the...
I think if you look here.
It's below.
Oh, there it is. I'm so sorry. It's below.
Okay.
That's the second tweet. I was just looking at the first one. So underneath it is another one, and then a third one, right?
Right. Okay, so let me break it down into components. The first thing is, do you consider the top part of Exhibit 7 the big tweet on February 11th, 2019 that says, everyone, we want to give you an update on the Vic Mignogna situation. Following an investigation, Funimation recast Vic Mignogna in Morose Monique in Season 2. Funimation will not be engaging Mignogna in future productions. Do you consider that to be defamatory?
No, sir. That's not the big tweet. The big tweets are the follows.
The two smaller ones.
Right.
And when I say big tweet, I'm just saying it's physically bigger.
I was going to say, okay, I thought you were going,
right.
Big as in important.
Right. So
sorry.
Right. So it's the two tweets below, what we call the second and third tweets, that you would consider to be defamatory.
Yes,
correct?
sir.
And the reason you consider them to be defamatory is what?
Because they clearly imply that I am guilty of harassment, threatening behavior. There's no proof or evidence of that. And if I'm not mistaken, Funimation on the phone told me that they were not going to be releasing any public statement. When they terminated me, I should say Sony, in the conversation they called me and terminated me, they said they would not be releasing any public statement. And shortly after, I can't remember, a week, 2 weeks after, maybe a week, they released these tweets publicly.
Okay. Were there any other tweets other than these tweets?
Not that I'm aware of.
Let's pause for a second. Go on a journey with me here. We're gonna, we've got let's do this. Let me go ahead and, oh wait, no, that's not what I want. I want this. So Lemoyne is going after this, right? And he's trying to prove that not his defendant's fault. So Vic just said that the Funimation thing did a lot of damage, and he specifically said that they said they would not, right? Like they would not make a comment on it. Okay? Okay. So that's the basis here. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? I've got to find it real quick. Pardon me. Pardon me. I believe I've got a communication from Monica Rial telling them that they have to make a statement. They have to. Where are we? Where are we? Hold on, I'm finding it here. This is the best. I know this is the best television that there is me looking through these emails. But you have to understand, there's 100 pages of emails that I'm skimming through as fast as I possibly can. Is this it? Is this it? Here we go. Here we go. So, you know, is Monica involved in this? Is Monica involved in this? Let me get this up on screen. I can't just drag the window over from this one for various reasons. But let me here we go. Monica Rial to Lisa Gibson, January 30th. Read this one. I might have one more for you. Hi, Lisa. Writing because I'm at a loss. I know the investigation is over, and I was told we are no longer engaging with Vic Mignogna countless times. I just don't know what to say when people ask me about it. This experience has brought up all kinds of emotions, and now I'm being bombarded by folks online with questions about it. I understand you may not know what to tell me, and that's fine, but I don't know where to turn. I can't even look at social media anymore. I get so angry and upset I want to speak out, but I don't know what I can say. Ken. What will you allow me to say? I asked Justin about it, but he hasn't gotten back to me. I understand if Funny is waiting to make a statement after Broly has finished its run. Hell, I understand if Funny doesn't want to make a statement at all. The thing is, I don't have that choice. They will just keep bombarding me with questions. Sorry to bother you with this, but I don't know where to go from here. Man, that kind of looks like Funimation might have some control over what Monica says on social media, doesn't it? It's a little weird, right? A little weird. Let's see. Here we go. Let's read these next two. So this is the response to that, and then the response to that. Lisa Gibson responds, I just saw this. Do you want to talk tonight or tomorrow? Then Monica says, sorry to bug you with this when you're off duty. I didn't expect you to see it till tomorrow. I know you guys are in a precarious position, and I don't want to put you in an awkward situation. That said, I would really appreciate it if we could talk tomorrow, if only because I don't know how to respond to questions. If not, I totally understand. And then the next ones, I'm not going to pull up the next ones, but just because they don't say much, I'll just read them to you. Lisa says, there is no off duty with this job. I'd love to talk. My cell number is blank. Tomorrow works. Let me know when you're available and we'll figure it out. Monica says, I'm free after 12:30 tomorrow. I know Barreto has an interview for me to do, but we haven't locked down any time. My number is blank. Thank you, Monica. And Lisa says, sounds good. Hang in there. God, it kind of looks like maybe, just maybe, Funimation has a little more control over the actions of Monica Rial than we were led to believe when they said they don't control what goes out on social media of their people. So just wanted to put that out there. If Monica thinks that this is going to get her out of it, the only way it gets her out of it if she's an employee, because otherwise she's egging on Funimation to do this. Wait, what does that sound like? What is it when two people get together, two different entities get together to cause specifically some defamatory statement to be made? Oh, God, what was it? Civil conspiracy. That's it. Okay.